Jai Shri Ram, Mukesh Ambani. And Dhirubhai Ambani, his life is very inspirational. Who started off pouring petrol in Yemen and saved some money, came back to India. And while he was pouring petrol in Yemen, it is said that Dhirubhai Ambani met, in the wharf, in the dockyard. He used to meet different people from different nations who come on ships. In order to be able to converse with them, I believe he learnt about 6 international languages. He saved some money, came back to India, started selling spices, and then he got into textiles. Then he wanted to have his own factory, and he went about trying to buy a second hand factory because he didn't have much money. But then he realized that people have this trait. When they want to sell off something which they don't need, they try to extract as much money as possible. So this meanness is found in everyone. Actually, if you are truly liberal, mature and spiritual person, you should give away what you don't need. And if somebody is willing to give you something for it, fine. Otherwise, why not give it away straight away? So finally, this story is very important because it inspired me to such an extent. It changed my thinking completely. So I believe Dhirubhai Ambani realized that people are not willing to part with their useless, old, outdated, dilapidated factories. So he took a decision that he would never buy anything second hand. Now just imagine, you don't have money, banks are not willing to give you any loan also. Right? The next thing, that's what happened to him. He took a decision that he will never buy anything second hand. That's why he's so great, Normally, when we don't have enough money, we try to buy something second hand. Remember, we don't want anything second hand in life. Would you want a second hand wife? A second hand car if you can afford a new one? No, nothing. Even religion for that matter, I think. Why should we have any second hand religion? Okay, all the scriptures are there. You can read them, take what is good, and have a direct one to one relationship with Krishna. Have a direct one to one relationship with Rama. That is first hand religion. I don't depend on second hand religions. I will, to a certain extent, take some inputs from all scriptures of the world. Okay. Now coming back to Dhirubhai Ambani's story, he decided that he will never buy anything second hand, and he went to the banks to get a loan, and the bank said, no, we can't give you because you have no credit worthiness. So he then, rest of the thing, you must have watched the movie Guru. Yeah, that's the only good movie that fellow made. That Abhishek, I think. So anyway, he went to the villages, he talked to people, and his personality, charisma was such that he inspired trust. People parted with their hard-earned money, and he paid back their trust, and they all became very wealthy, and the rest is history. And of course, when people in this corrupt, well, honestly, it is like a gutter, our country, because we allowed the British are the worst kind of most corrupt people. Their religion is the main source of corruption. A book which teaches lechery, butchery and treachery. There are these two books which are followed by 4 billion followers in the world. These two books are full of lechery, butchery and treachery. Wherever people of this particular cult, these two cults, desert cults, wherever they are in large numbers, you can expect lechery, butchery, treachery, and all kinds of crimes are performed. Now, committed happily. Okay. So the English ruled us because many Hindus had become greedy, they joined hands with so corruption has become a norm of life. So this man, Dhirubhai Ambani, rose to eminence at the time when India was the corruption capital of the world. Right? Indira Gandhi was ruling, and I don't want to explain that further. So he had to do whatever had to be done in order to grow, and many people, thought this is the best time to bring him down. They filed cases, they criticized him, they did all kinds of things, but he rolled with the punches and grew. Now, let us look at this Mukesh Ambani's house. Mukesh Ambani, born in 1957, is about how many years old now? I think 67. Yeah, or 68 years old, whatever. So I read about him too. He took the GMAT, GRE, all these, very competitive tests simply to test his own caliber. Wow. Normally, students take the test because they don't have any option, and there's a lot of preparation that goes into it. Okay. Now he built this house, $2 billion, approximately 15,000 crores. $2 billion is Antilia. Okay, there is some history behind the name also. Now, and the height is 173 meters. It took 4 years to complete, 2006 to 2010. Inspired by a lotus and sun motif. Motif means a theme. There are helipads, I think, two. 168 car garage. On the 11th floor is the what do you call foyer, or the lobby, and swimming pools, theater, snow room, earthquake resistant, up to 8 on the Richter scale. Now many people like to criticize. There is a lot of criticism. Here is a criticism by Ratan Tata. Yeah? Ratan Tata, I believe, said, Antilia is an example of rich Indians' lack of empathy for the poor. I think Bharat Ratna Ratan Tata should have been a little more charitable in what he said. Because in this building also, I think several lakhs of people are employed. And in constructing this building, it would have stimulated the economy too. And it has set the benchmark for luxury housing. When when more rich people build such houses, actually there is a multiplier effect also. So I prefer to look at everything positively. Fault finding is very easy. That's what everyone does 24/7. Good finding. Let us see what is the good. So Ratan Tata is a great man. He is a Bharat Ratna. I have no objections. But I think this comment was misplaced. Antilia is an example of rich Indians' lack of empathy for the poor. Not at all. On the contrary, Mukesh Ambani, he must be employing, as of now, I don't know how many crores of people in all his factories and companies. Crores and crores are employed directly and indirectly too. So how can you say it is lack of empathy? The person who lives there should be concerned about what he sees around him and asking how he can make a difference. Yes, he is making a difference. If he cannot, then it's sad, because this country needs people to allocate some of their enormous wealth to finding ways of mitigating the hardship that people have. It makes me wonder why someone would do that. That's what revolutions are made of. And I think, yes, Mukesh Ambani has set in a revolution in our country anyway. So I don't agree with Ratan Tata ji. Okay, let's read some more. It is the most expensive private house in the world. Okay, so advanced technology blends with traditional Indian elements in interior to create a design of modernity rooted in cultural symbolism. By the way, Mukesh Ambani is a Krishna Bhakta, and Krishna is the ultimate lord of wealth. And Mukesh Ambani daily, before he goes to his office, touches the feet of his mother, so which is something we all Hindus should also do. So Mukesh Ambani's house has these sustainable features, including solar panels and eco-friendly architecture, setting a new benchmark while blending opulence with consciousness of the environment. So I have great admiration for this man, and I am sure a family of 6 and I do not know whether they would ever be able to visit all the rooms that they have, but definitely they are employing so many people. They are doing great work. Well, that is, I think, the right way to look at it. We need more Mukesh Ambanis in this country, okay, and more Ratan Tatas too, anyway, and definitely many more Narendra Modis. Jai Shri Ram.